Welcome back. It's time now to take a look at the top business stories. GCC to invest $25 billion into aluminum projects. Alta Properties will not delist from the stock market. And we speak with Mehmosh Khawaja from Henkel Arabia. The GCC markets closed in negative territory today and the UAE bourses followed suit. The DFM fell nearly 0.25% to close at 1,618 points. Arab Tech fell over 1% and EMA Properties rose over 0.5%. In the banking sector, Dubai Islamic Bank gained nearly 0.5% and Emirates NBD fell 0.3%. DU fell over 1.5%. 63 million shares were traded, valued at 104 million dirhams. Meanwhile, in the capital, the ADX fell slightly by 0.1% to close at 2,676 points. There were mixed results in the banking sector as Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank fell nearly 0.5% and Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank was up 1%. Alta Properties dropped nearly 3% and Sura Real Estate fell over 2.5%. Etisalat rose nearly 0.5%. 60 million shares were traded, valued at 100 million dirhams. The GCC is looking to invest $25 million into new and existing aluminum projects over the next 12 years, making the region top supplier of the metal. The GCC companies have already injected $30 billion, 1/6 of its total non-oil investments, into numerous aluminum projects. Aluminum production is said to become the region's main pillar of economic activity. The UAE is the region's top aluminum supplier, producing 1.8 million tons of the metal each year, and by that accounting for 40% of the region's output. Industry professionals predict investments in aluminum to rise from $30 billion at present to $55 billion in the year 2022, with global demand also forecast to increase from 37 million tons to 70 million in the next decade. Abu Dhabi-based developer Alta Properties has said it has no plans to delist from the stock market. This comes after a bailout through the Abu Dhabi government last week, which has agreed to buy some of the developer's assets worth nearly 11 billion dirhams, along with 5.5 billion dirhams of residential units and land. The company also said to issue a 2.8 billion dirham convertible bond to its largest shareholder, Mubadala Development, a strategic investment company owned by the Abu Dhabi government. Analysts said the financing plan should serve as a short-term catalyst for the share. Maximus Air Cargo, the UAE's largest cargo-only airline, announced a significant expansion to its fleet today. June Wrigley spoke with the company's CEO to find out more.
Here with me is the CEO of Maximus Air Cargo, Mr. Fatih Bahaza. Mr. Bahaza, so tell us a little bit more about Maximus. All I know is that Maximus in Latin means the greatest or the largest.
Maximus Air Cargo is a national company that is established in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi since 2005. We are a logistic company and an operator of 8 aircraft. Our business model differs from a cargo operator, especially under the ACMI. When you say ACMI in the cargo business, it means that you are an operator of an aircraft and you provide this aircraft to a customer, say like Etihad Crystal Cargo, who run a huge network of cargo destinations. So we provide the aircraft and they provide the commercial control. So they tell us they use the aircraft based on a schedule and based on a minimum guaranteed hours. That's one part of our model. The second part is charter. And when we say charter, it's an aircraft that is paid for in total to take a special cargo, whether it is a oversized cargo or it's an important cargo, something that doesn't have to wait till it goes to scheduled service.
And what is the announcement that Maximus Air Cargo is making today?
Have concluded a deal worth 395 million dirhams to purchase 3 aircrafts from Japan Airlines.
Adding 3 new cargo planes to your existing 8 is quite a lot. What sort of increase in percentages are you looking at?
The 3 new planes will come into service at the middle of the year. We expect to do a minimum hours on these aircraft of 250 hours a month. So we are expecting a growth of about 40% by the time the aircraft get into the service. So we do not measure our performance by how much cargo we carry. It's how much flight hours that we do. And as I said, in the 2009, we did 2010, we did 6,000 hours on the 2 Airbuses with Etihad Crystal Cargo, and the total fleet hours were about 10,700 hours.
Now, Maximus Air Cargo believes in corporate social responsibility. You're very involved in Care by Air. Tell me about how you came about with this idea.
We are a partner to the UAE Red Crescent, exclusive rights to operate all their cargo flights, and we operate all the humanitarian flight based on cost basis. So we do not make revenue from such flights. This is like the way we see our contribution to the society.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much.
And in our fast financial news, ratings agency Moody's has assigned a B1 rating to property developer EMA's $2 billion Islamic bond. The negative outlook for the company Sukuk reflects the refinancing risks of stocks over the next 1.5 years. A positive outlook could be set, though, should the developer collect cash for pre-sold units as well as selling property currently on its books. At present, EMA has a corporate rating of B1, supported by its position in the real estate market. BP has delayed plans for a hydrogen power plant development in Abu Dhabi as it waits for a decision from the government as to how much the emirate will pay for CO2 production. The aim of the $2 billion development was to supply carbon dioxide to the emirate's oil fields to boost production. And Jumbo Electronics is looking to invest 50 million dirhams into expanding its reach across Abu Dhabi and India, with up to 12 store openings planned this year. The company already has 43 stores, 31 are in the UAE, 8 in India and 4 are in Oman. Meanwhile, the company posted a 20% increase in gadget sales for the second half of 2010. On the way after the break, we talk to Mr. Mimosh Kawaja from Henkel Arabia about successful innovation and branding in the consumer goods industry.